Morning and welcome to another edition of the program Good Morning Salon. For this week, we come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today, on Thursday, July 24, 2025, we will bring this program country this Thursday morning. My name is Cheng Nojalo.
And Adeyemi Jackson, good morning. Inside the program this morning, the President Julius Madabio say one challenge where government on the get by the Feed Salon program, and where people think say them for begin benefits from the Feed Salon quick one. One appeal court judge, Justice Ganda, say he go pass ruling Friday, July 25 this year for one appeal court judge, Justice Ganda, say he go pass ruling Friday, July 25 this year for pass injunction on the Salon Football Association elective congress or not. And today inside the program Radio Democracy go talk to one aspirant for the publicity secretary for the Salon People's Party, Honorable Abdul Munuri Lansana. We go talk about the reason we make it the contest for this position and what a plan for do if he win.
Well, listen, plenty of other stories them there inside the program, plus the Deputy Chief Medical Officer, Clinical Services at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Mustafa Kaba, say because the Connaught Hospital mortuary been in a bad condition, making the lockdown for 6 months for make them back. And remember, they listen to me live on www.radiodemocracy.sl and Ligok Metal Group, the sponsor of the Democracy for bringing the Good Morning Salon program come to you, empowered by AfriCell. And you see me so they get to live from partner radio stations them across the country on different frequencies, them in different regions. And they get to live from Radio Shalom 89.5 na Konaduga and Falaba District, Radio Malin 88.5 na Radio Malin 88.5, Radio 1J 101.3 na Pujon District, Radio Colonel 90.0 na Cambia, Radio Moa 105.5 na Kailaon, Vopad Radio na Watalun, Voice of Sando Radio 95.7 na Kono District, Voice of Karine na Kamakwe on 98.0, Voice of Masoro Pujon District, Jange Radio 99.3 FM, Lower Bon District, Advocacy Radio, Advocacy Radio, Potloko District, Radio Katbami on 106.7 at Onkolimba and Heart FM on 95.9 Moyamba District. The program where they listen to on a Good Morning Salon, they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Inside the discussion, you can be part of the discussion yourself within our house, and you go do so by way I go gonna Radio Democracy Facebook page and drop a comment on the discussion. We will get at the studio or take your phone and text on the line 077-981-981. The program a Good Morning Salon.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and this time we start for look at issues them inside the program. Outside the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres say inside last year they be able for support, able for give about $2 trillion United States dollar to the world for support there with clean energy. Antonio Guterres talk this where he will give special address on climate change issue them na the world. Well, for more on this, make we join Karifa to contact as he gets more in Gona report.
World leader them, policy maker, media practitioner and government official them, they meet na climate conference for talk about climate change and the environment. This then call am the United Nations Conference of Parties, COP, where this na conference where the United Nations can hold every year. And this year na COP 30, where they hold na Belém inside Brazil. But one concern where don't they come inside the past year them. Now waiting country then at the world don't they achieve inside COP every year. Now for sake of this make, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, don't address the world on climate change issue. But as the world they get different challenge them, why the United Nations pay attention to climate change this moment? The Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, he explained.
Ahead of COP30 in Brazil this November, they must submit new plans. And I invite leaders to present their new NDCs at an event we host in September during General Assembly High-Level Week. These must cover all emissions across the entire economy, align with 1.5 degree limit, integrate energy, climate and sustainable development priorities into one coherent vision and deliver on global promises to double energy efficiency and triple renewables capacity by 2030 and to accelerate the transition away from fossil.
In continue say, inside last year, they be able to spend about $2 trillion to country in the world for support clean energy.
$2 trillion went into clean energy last year. That's 800 billion more than fossil fuels and up almost 70% in 10 years. A new data released today from the International Renewable Energy Agency shows that solar, not so long ago 4 times the cost of fossil fuels, is now 41% cheaper.
The Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, carry on for talk about the opportunity them, where country then go get for address climate change issue then at the world.
These plans must impact on roadmaps for a just transition to net zero energy systems in line with global net zero by 2050. They must be underpinned by policies that show that the clean energy future is not just inevitable, but investable. Policies that create clear regulations and a pipeline of projects, that enhance public-private partnership and lock in capital and innovation, that put a meaningful price on carbon, and that can subsidies and international public finance for fossil fuels as promised. Second, it is our moment of opportunity to build the energy systems of the 21st century. The technology is moving ahead. In just 15 years, the cost of battery storage systems for electricity grids has dropped over 90%. But here is the problem. Investments in the right infrastructure are not keeping up.
Where in the talk, the resident coordinator at the United Nations Salon, Seraphine Wakana, talk about how important this be for the country.
For Sierra Leone, it's important because we know that we are preparing for COP30 as any other country. But we also know that Sierra Leone is developing its own NDC. And that is an opportunity to capture. And for me, I wanted to also call upon the media that they have also a role to play in this. You need to call all stakeholders to really get the sense that it's urgent and that you should be calling for responsibility and accountability. I think from the SG message we did hear that it's not only climate change, it has an impact on vulnerabilities for communities, for women and youth. Leave no one behind concept is broad in this sense that climate change.
The director at the Ministry of the Environment and Climate Change, Lahai Sambaketa, been talk about government's commitments for help tap the bad thing the way they happen to the environment.
A strong amount of government political will, and this is something that the government is very serious about. You can hear from the pronouncements, you can see it from the actions of our minister. Very recently, you can see that we were able to have a UNESCO heritage site for the first time. It's reached a big kudos to the environment family as a whole. One key thing we want to end up with is having this climate legislation, because you know that the legislation is really like the backbone upon which all climate actions will fit on. So the ministry is focused, our minister is focused on us having that climate legislation.
Lahai Sambaketa end up say governments go work with a different partner them for say they will achieve clean energy and tap deforestation and degradation as Salon. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Mina Karifa to contest the report.
The program now Good Morning Saloon, and it comes to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. As we mentioned earlier, one part headline story them today. We go talk to one aspirant where they go in for where they contest for the publicity secretary. Now the Salon People's Party when Honorable Abdul Muniru Lansana win, which he plan for do for CC a move the SLPP party activity forward. Good morning and welcome to the program. Good morning,
Good morning,
Salon.
my brother. Good morning to the people of Sierra Leone.
Where that now